Hi, Juliet. Wow.
Thank you so much, Chad. Thank you.
Yeah. So let me see what I can do. We'll see if we can get you guys in.
Look how she's running. Day 2.
Listen, I'm doing it too fast. Can't keep up.
Jeff is drawing a photo of me.
Not a very good one. It's too
I'm
fast.
filming this in real time. No judgment. No judgment. I would pay.
What the hell have I done here?
What? I would pay $10 for this commission.
I'm doing it too fast, man.
This is a Jeff Teravainen original.
Too fast. Too fast. The pressure's on.
Man, oh man. I have to get rhinoplasty. Can you hire an artist to do rhinoplasty? How much does it cost?
What have I done?
I don't know. I look like a monster.
Chad from hell.
That people loved Alex and they really want to see him back, but I can't say anything either way, unfortunately. So we'll all just have to wait until the game comes out and Warzone continues to see if Alex makes an appearance. So all we can do is this.
So on top of that as well, do you guys actually play the games? Do you play your own character, or do you prefer
Do we
to
play
stay
the
away?
games? Chad is the Chad, yes, saltiest. I tell this story all the time. The saltiest Warzone player ever. Come on. We both play Warzone. Finally, I get it in a game with him, and I still wasn't very good at it. And someone drops him, and I was already shot, and so I'm watching his field of view. And he's wriggling off into the yellow gas. And I'm like, what are you doing? Where are you going? And he goes, these bastards aren't getting my loadout. It's great. And he taught me, now I always do that. So
I did.
Yeah, I know Jeff plays as well.
I think that's called poor sportsmanship, but I don't care.
Do you get the dubs though? Do you get the wins? Or
Yeah, rarely.
He gets the dubs.
I have some friends that are very good players that in my Twitch community. Some are with us today. They're very good players as well, so they carry my ass to the dubs because I don't create dubs for myself. So.
Have you got anything that you would say was pretty hard, or even your favourite? If you just were like, that was a lot of fun.
Martin's looking at me like I have to speak.
You don't have to.
The favorite stuff I've ever done, I think, would be probably Sam Fisher, because it's Sam Fisher.
Yeah.
But I've got to play all kinds of different people, including different languages and stuff, Russian and everything. But the hardest stuff in video games that I think that you do is what they call the Onos. Have anybody ever heard of Onos? Okay, in the industry, that's basically dying, getting killed, tortured, and like that.
Yes.
So you'll have a day that's booked for Onos, and that could mean you'll read the script, and it's basically die in a fire for 1 second, die in a fire for 4 seconds, die in a fire for 8 seconds, and they want you to die. So I've got pictures of me when covered in sweat, veins popping out of my head, I think I'm having a stroke, because you want it to be as real as possible. And then once you're done dying in a fire, then you're shot in a machine gun, then you're shot with a small caliber rifle, you're shot with or grenades going on, and it just goes on for a full day. And then you lose your voice, and then you worry that you'll never work again.
Yeah.
Thankfully, Ubisoft has been good though. They've hired this guy, Darcy Ryan. He's down from Ohio, and he teaches death metal singers.
Oh wow.
So I've started to work with him because he's teaching kind of guys, right? I'm learning a little bit better how to do it without killing your throat, but still sounds right. Honestly, if you guys haven't worked with him, I can give you his number, because once you lose your voice, there's no more video games. So drop that, Martin.
I don't think I can. Favorite jobs. I've been kind of typecast recently as more of the laconic Australian character who's a bit rough around the edges and swears and pisses on things. I've had like 3 very similar characters. I can't really decide which is my favorite. They're just, I don't know, different versions of myself. But the hard stuff, I would definitely agree with Jeff. In Vanguard, I think, I don't know why I had to get set on fire, but yeah, I got set on fire, and it was at the end of a battle chatter session, which is a good 4 hours of screaming like reinforcing, grenade, all that shit. And then they finally finished it off. If you've got any voice left, they'll set you on fire. And
Yeah.
it is. Yeah, I mean.
They save it for last, don't they?
Yeah.
I can.
We need 5 different versions of you dying in gas. Yes. Setting on fire, getting shot, blown up by a grenade, all the other ways you can die. And then you have to come up with 3 different versions of that. So that's, that's fun.
Can you die harder?
So you guys were talking about looking after your voice as well. If you had any advice for anyone out there looking to get into voice acting, what would it be?
Don't go out drinking the night before a job.
If you want to be lower, do it. No, it's good to have training, right? I mean, if you have a voice trainer, I think that would be a valuable asset. Yeah. Understanding how to work with a microphone, because there's a technique to it where you're not popping and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So that can be helpful. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I could probably speak for all 3 of us. It's nice to be an actor who can inspire other people who get curious about acting. So I always love to try and offer advice and tips wherever I can for anybody who sends me a message. But there's so many resources out there. When I first started doing voiceover acting, I don't know anything about anything. So I, called upon friends, I bought books, I read. You have to educate yourself to what the industry is, what it wants, what it needs from you. It's technical. You got to figure out how to work a mic and all this other fun stuff, which I had 0 experience with because I'm not a musician and I can't sing for dog crap. But I think that's my number 1 advice is there's so much free stuff out there now that anyone can figure out how to make first steps. And I think people forget that, we're lucky enough to be in a video game, but that's years in the making and good circumstances coming together. Yeah. It doesn't just happen. So when someone says they wanted to get into voiceover acting, it's like, well, learn what the industry is, learn what they need from you. It's great that you're inspired, but now you have to roll up your sleeves and do the work. And I think that's always the disconnect. It's just like, I want to be in a video game. Everybody wants to be in a video game. So, learn how to be in a video game and, keep at it. We were in the booth playing with some of the people in the queue out there, and I liked it. I dig it. I think it's fun. I get why people are excited. I know that they loved Modern Warfare, and they're very kind, and it was very well received. So they're excited to kind of have that universe continue after waiting so many years. But it was fun. I really enjoy it. There's enough from the original game and the ongoing game to love about it, but also some new wrinkles. I didn't get sick. I had a 1.10 kill death ratio in one of the matches. That rarely happens. Mostly they're around 0.5, 0.6, dying a lot more than I get the old kills. So
I still can't figure out what a
just wanted to
kill to death ratio is. I know I got 12 kills And I love some of the new mechanics where you can like
With a ledge hang?
You hang on.
And
Yep.
really good.
if you want to get jacked, you can do chin-ups without going all the way up. It's
Imagine that your character gets more powerful.
Yeah, he gets more buff. I really enjoyed it.
I saw a clip where like a player was hanging like a chimpanzee and then just taking the handguns and like shooting people from a
Amazing.
hang. I like it. It's good.
I'm actually
Navy SEAL move all the way.
too.
Yeah.
Check it out.
Cool, so why don't we move over to the questions?
Yeah, more questions.
Hi, Rachel.
Hi guys, it's Mike. I have a question. You know, you've been talking about the Twitch community, and you know, has there been an experience that's really touched your heart within the community, playing with the players, being part, you know, and being part of that community with you? Has there been an experience that's really, you know, like wow, you know, overwhelmed you?
I've had a few of those experiences, especially I started streaming through COVID, and I've received quite a lot of emails on Instagram sort of saying, you know, thank you for streaming. I know a lot of people had a really, really challenging time through COVID, being locked up and not being able to do a lot. And I know a lot of people really took, and it's not just myself, I know, you know, a lot of other streamers, people really took sanctuary in having somewhere they could go and having friends that they could hang out with online and build a community. And, you know, I mean, I try and interact with my audience, I know Chad does as well, and it was really nice to feel like you were helping people, which I don't know if I've experienced on a sort of broader extent. You know, you feel it sometimes with friends and family, you know, it goes both ways, but to have kind of people you didn't even know sending messages, you didn't even know they were in your chat, saying it was nice to have a place to hang out. And, you know, I keep a pretty tight community that are very respectful. You know, you get the ban hammer.
Ban hammer.
Yeah, and it was good. That was something that happened, you know, quite a bit through COVID, and it felt very special. Because, you know, you have times sometimes when it gets all a bit much. Streaming can be a lot, and then you get a message like that, and it kind of makes it really worthwhile.
And Martin did a charity. Don't let him. Martin did a charity stream and raised $10,000.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
These guys came in.
What a wonderful platform, you know, to be able to do that and rally people together for a good cause. But I agree with you. I think that's one of my favorite parts is, and I always make the joke on stream, I'm like, they're not here for me, they're here for each other. Because maybe I'm the reason that they showed up and got curious, but to see people become friends with each other from all around the world. Like, there's so many people there that never played Call of Duty ever, and now they all play. They had never streamed ever, and now a lot of them stream, you know, and now they're making friends and they're flying halfway across the world to see each other because they become such good friends just in a chat room. And I think that this is an absolutely amazing way to have people come together. I was lucky to have a bunch of wonderful visitors here, you know, to meet them in person. So yeah, it's a great platform. I love it. Jeff, I suppose you should get into it so you have something to say next time.
I know, I apologize.
Jeff does make guest appearances.
Just a busy guy. Just a very busy, in-demand working actor.
I have a 13-year-old as well that's very active, so.
Cool. Well, I
want your
think
excuse.
that's it, and coming to the end of our panel. So to finish off, where can everyone find you? What are your socials? You mentioned Twitch. Have you got twitch.tv or Twitter?
My socials are just at Martin Copping on everything: YouTube, Snapchat, TikTok, Twitch, Instagram.
Go
Facebook.
Snap. I'm gonna send you
Same
that.
on yeah, same ridiculous content on everything too.
Yeah, I'm the same. I'm very active on Instagram, Twitter, a little bit on TikTok. I love actually interacting with people. I have a ball. I mean, some of them I know from there, and I love doing that sort of thing. It's great. It's a weird thing, but I mean, I'm in the UK. London's my favorite city in the world. I've been obsessed with it since I was a kid, and you know, being able to come here for this reason, and just the fact that I'll get tweets from people say that know who I am from London freaks me out. It's a really cool thing. So yeah, I welcome anybody. Say hello. I'm always like trying to post something interesting. Not as interesting as these guys, but it's still.
I would argue more interesting. Jeff goes all around the world. He was posting videos from a friggin' yacht outside of Spain. He goes like fossil hunting all around the world. He's given everyone a virtual tour of London, basically. So go follow Jeff
his social media. He's always getting up to something adventurous.
Mudlarking.
Yeah, I want to go mudlarking. I want to be on the Thames River, and I want to go look for Roman coins and stuff. I follow a guy that does it, so I don't know what time it is now, but we should head up before it gets dark.
Roll up your Jeff and get in there, Jeff.
I'm Collins Chad M, and Twitter and Instagram. I try to be fairly good about responding. Chad Michael Collins on Facebook and Twitch.tv/Chad Michael Collins. You know, and I think, like Martin, I always try to take certain streams to be able to play with anybody that's in the community. So I really love